In this session, we will introduce the course. We will go over the course syllabus. And one of the main purposes of this course is to introduce you to the techniques of writing a journal paper. So we will have like a small project to do on a scientific field, or maybe also economical field, because they are related in this course. So we will tackle in this course scientific projects, and also we look at the economical aspect. So I will propose for you a lot of topics, and I already posted on Moodle several links for you to have information about possible topics that you can consider in your projects. And if you are not interested in one of these topics, you can propose any topic you want, and I just will see if it's convenient or not for the course. So to start with, we will go over the syllabus. Are you able to see the syllabus on your screen?
No, doctor.
Okay, so 1 second.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
okay, very good. Okay, so in this course, we will cover the fundamental, 1 minute, sorry. Okay, so this course covers the fundamental principles underlying the generation, storage, and delivery of energy. It will introduce you to the various techniques of energy production, including fossil fuels and renewable energies, such as wind power and solar energy. In this course, we will also discuss ways of energy storage, and we will address the environmental and economical impacts on energy generation and delivery. We will cover different subjects that can be interesting for you, and in your project, you will choose one topic and try to do a certain small contribution for enhancement. So this can be, for example, in the topic of photovoltaic cells and wind power and production of batteries and nuclear power. So in this course, mainly the fundamentals of fluid and thermal physics and mechanics are needed. But as I said before, I will try my best to consider that you don't know them before. So in each chapter, I will reintroduce these concepts, and I will post for each chapter several YouTube links to help you understanding new concepts for you. So mainly the prerequisites are basic physics, introductory courses to thermal and fluid science, basic calculus and computer programming, and physics 210 or equivalent course. Okay, but don't worry, as I said, I will try my best to introduce you to the concepts you don't know before. Now for the references, mainly no need to go to references, because everything is in the slides, and everything will be in the YouTube links I will send you. But in case you want to have more information, you have several textbooks that you can go to. So mainly the main textbook is Energy Science, Principles, Technologies, and Impacts. Now, you have several additional reference material, as for example, Fundamental of Thermodynamics. So the majority of you maybe have already taken this course. If not, as I told you, I will repeat all concepts, and you can find the additional information in this book. You have also the book of Fundamentals of Renewable Energy Processes, Solar Engineering of Thermal Processes, and the Renewable Energy Resources. But as I told you, the course material is more than enough, okay? But if you need to have more reading, you can go to the textbooks. Now, the main objectives of this course are first to provide you with the fundamental scientific principles governing the generation of energy and its use in modern society. Then we will introduce you to the different ways of generating and storing and delivering energy. In addition, we will go to environmental and economical aspects of production of energy, because it's important to consider not only if you want how to produce energy, but we should see if it has bad impact on the environment and if it's economically viable or not, because we will see at the end of this course that some projects might not be viable because they will lead to losses, to economical losses. And finally, one of the main purposes is to introduce you to the writing of a research paper on an energy topic. So this will be the main project here, and we will have, of course, we will have quizzes and final, but the project is a very important part. This is why from the beginning, from this session, I will introduce you to the possible topics you can have, and we will go over the main parts that will be in your project. Now, concerning the chapters we will cover, we have first an introduction to energy science. This will be the first chapter. Then we will go over thermal energy. Then we will study steam power plants and gas turbines. We'll see how they function, what are their cycles, and what are the efficiency of these devices. In the fourth chapter, we will introduce energy we get from fossil fuels. Then we will go over hydropower, wind power, and solar energy. And finally, we will go to the economical assessment in the final chapter, which will consider life cycle costs. Now, at the end of this course, hopefully, you will have a clear understanding of the variable means of energy production and their environmental impact. And you will be able to design a system of energy generation and do the analysis of its benefits, limitations, and economic implications. So this will be, you can see this in the project you will do, because you will try, for example, to enhance in the design of a certain system that produce energy. This is one of the possible topics you can do. And finally, you will have a basic knowledge of energy storage and delivery methods and their associated economical and technical constraints when used. Now, for the resources, as I told you, I will post on Moodle lectures, recorded lectures. In addition, for every PowerPoint I will put for you, it will be recorded. So mainly, I will record PowerPoints. I will post them before the session, so you can be familiar with the material we will cover. Then in the sessions, I will repeat the main concepts and you will ask your questions. Plus, I will focus in the session on problem solving. So I will help you to understand the material in the PowerPoint. And of course, you will have also in each chapter, I will post several YouTube links that I think will be very helpful for you, because it's online, maybe we don't have a lot of interaction together. So YouTube links will help you to see, if you want, live the mechanics we will talk about, and it will be it will have a lot of benefits for you. So this is mainly the syllabus of the course. It's already available on Moodle. All of you are able to access Moodle for the course?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So I have posted the syllabus, and also I already posted the project guidelines. So we will go also over the project guidelines. So the course project will consist of a term paper and a presentation that should be completed in groups of 2 students. So if anyone considers that he can do it alone, I don't have any problem. So you can do it on your own if you have problems in doing in groups. No problem for me. Okay. And this is a list of possible topics, but you are not restricted to these topics. So if you have an interest in any other topic in energy field, just you can tell me, and I will tell you if it's acceptable and convenient or not for the course. Okay. But one of the possible topics, for example, are electrochemical capacitors as a mean of energy storage in electric vehicles. You can consider electricity storage using wind energy or hybrid concentrated photovoltaic and thermal power. You can have, for example, a project on coal power plants and assessing current CO2 capture and storage and power generation and industrial use. You can go over battery technologies for plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, smart grids, the potential for mitigation of carbon dioxide by engineered microorganisms, hybrid power plants. So you have a lot of possibilities. The topic can be in chemical engineering, it can be in mechanical engineering. Also, you can go for economical and management if you find something that can be related. So you have a variety of possibilities to consider on your project. So please, I advise you to start to think about which area is interesting for you. So we can, in the first 2 weeks, assign for each group its project. In this way, you will have enough time to do your project, okay? And then we will start presenting one group after the other during the sessions we will doing together. And I think that projects are very important because you will learn information from each other and it will be a way to interact with that. Now, concerning the content of the project, so first, it will be in the form of a research paper. In any research paper, the first part will be the abstract, which will summarize the project's content and its main findings. Now, in the introduction, in general, when you write a research paper, the first step in your introduction is to go over a literature review on the selected topic. What we mean by literature review is what was already done in the topic you are considering. So the first step, sometimes maybe the topic will be very new for you. You don't know anything about the topic. So what should you do? You should go to a scientific research paper and read what they are doing about the topic. And after reading maybe 10 to 20 papers, you will see a certain trend in research in this topic. And you can select a small gap. So something is still not done, okay? It will not be maybe, of course, you will not now, if you want, مش هنخترع شيء يعني كتير جديد, but at least we will propose a small enhancement or sometimes a very small improvement is good, okay? So you will try to find a small gap in order to propose a certain improvement or enhancement that you consider possible. So the second step is to detect the gap in the previous work. And finally, you can introduce the project you want to do and state its objectives. Once this is done, then you can go to the body of your work. In the body, of course, you will describe your system. You will describe what you are proposing to do in detail, okay? And then you have the conclusion and recommendations section. And finally, the references and list of figures and tables if you have tables, okay? So this is mainly what we have in the project. So please try in this week to think about what is the topic that can interest you so that we organize groups and you can start your project. So maybe in 1 month or 1 month and a half, we can start doing the presentations on the different topics. Now,
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Would it be possible to do groups of 3?
I prefer no, but in case you already know each other and you like to work in 3, it's fine. But of course, the work should be, you should do a
proportion.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be proportional to the number of students.
Yes,
okay?
of course. Thank
so
you.
I expect a very good work if I have 3 students.
Okay.
So it's up to you. Yes, no problem. Okay. So now just I will go a little bit over the model of the course. So here first, at the beginning, you have a news forum where you can find a lot of possible projects for you. So here, like, you have small articles or small PDF describing one of the possible topics. So if you want, you can go over them and see what is interesting for you. Okay, you have a very large variety of topics. The one that is convenient for you, you can select it. Okay. And please, when you decide on a project, tell me, because we should not have repeated topics. So if one topic is selected, maybe the other student cannot take it, so they should choose something else. So try to go over these articles and PDFs during this week to select what is appropriate for you. The course syllabus is already available for you. Now for the course material, as I told you, I will start from next week. So before our next lecture, I will post the recorded PowerPoint so you can go over it, okay? And feel free to ask me any question by WhatsApp if something is not clear. And then on next Monday, hopefully, we can start the lecture. You can ask your questions. And we can start doing some, maybe not in the first chapter, but in other chapters, we can do problem solving sessions so you can get familiar with the main concepts of the chapters. And I will add to this list, I will add, you have also the project where you have the project description. And I will add to this list YouTube links for each chapter, as I already told you. So I will post in few days, I will post the first presentation, PowerPoint recorded, and I will post the YouTube links that will help you in understanding the main concept of the chapter. And if you can go over it, because you will be in this way, you will know what we will cover in next session. So in next session, you can ask your questions and we go over the PowerPoint again. And in this way, and we will follow this way for the remaining chapters. Okay, any question?
Sorry, can you please repeat how the grading is going to be divided?
Concerning the grading, I didn't put the grading system yet, okay? Because we will see if we should do all quizzes online, or we will be able to do some exams on campus. So it's not very clear until now, okay? But in case it will be full online, I will do nearly maybe 2 quizzes and 1 final, 2 small quizzes and 1 final, plus the project. So if you want, mainly the project will be nearly on 35%, the final also on 35%, and the quizzes on, let's say, 30%.
Okay, and the material for the quizzes and the final is the links on Moodle our main reference?
Yeah, of course. What we do together, this will be the material of exams.
Okay, but there isn't a book that we have to look at, or
no, I told you that what we do together is enough. So the information I put for you is more than enough. But if you like to have more readings, you can go to the textbooks.
Okay, and problems wise as well, we'll be solving enough problems in class.
Yes, we will solve enough problems, and I will because you have different backgrounds, I will not it will be simple. I will not go over, it will not be with very high details. Of course, maybe for a mechanical engineer, maybe you already know them, but I cannot have a very high level because we have a lot of backgrounds. So this course is done for different backgrounds, okay? So don't worry, problems will be simple, okay? And exams will be will not be hard. And I will just consider what we are doing together. So hopefully you will not find difficulties in the course.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Any other question? Okay, so see you next Monday, hopefully. At 5:30, okay? Sorry, I didn't know before that it was at 5:30. So next time at 5:30, before 5:30, I will send you the link and we do the session.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question. Usually
yes.
the lessons are the whole duration, the 2.5 hours?
No, we will not need the 2.5 because I will post recorded PowerPoints and I will post YouTube links. So if you go over the YouTube links, you will nearly have a complete session. Okay, so I will consider that you already are putting time on the course. So we will not go over 2 hours and 30 minutes, but just I will give you enough time to ask your questions and to make sure that you are familiar with the main concepts, and we will solve problems together.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you can
Can I
consider
ask a
that
question?
if you want half of the material is already recorded and explained through YouTube links. So I'm just here just to help you, and if you have any questions, and to practice together more.
Okay.
Doctor,
Yeah.
will you send an email when you upload something on Moodle, like a video or a YouTube link or something?
I will tell you directly on the group, okay? But
Okay,
mainly each week I will post what we will do. Yani before the session, I will post the PowerPoint and the YouTube links, okay? And in case we will do problems, also I will post them before, so you can try to do them and we solve them together again during the session.
Okay.
Any other question?
All is good.
Okay. Thank you. So see you next Monday.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back.